our speaker, Mr. Kumaran. He has achieved so much, and he is based in Chennai. He works as a counseling psychologist and helps different various kinds of patients on various issues. He is also pursuing his PhD in Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, and he has authored an autobiography in Tamil called Ananda Tandavam in 2013 and reworked on its English version titled CP to CP. And he has also released a poetry collection in Tamil titled Raja Nadai. He is tentatively working on a novel called Yavaram Nallam in Tamil, and it is yet to be titled in English. It focuses on the theme of psychological issues of people from various walks of life. So here we are, today we have for this session, if you would have realized, those of you who had registered, we had asked you a question. How many of you have met the person with cerebral palsy? We had 50 registrations and 40% of the people have said that they have not met a person with cerebral palsy. You have not met and you still registered and you are here. So I think a big round of applause for you for being here, for standing up and trying to get to know what cerebral palsy is all about. And here we have our speaker with us today, Mr. Kumaran, who is, a person with cerebral palsy, but he is an achiever. He's reached out. He has done so much. He is working as a counseling psychologist here to help all of us. He has authored so many books, and he also loves poetry. I think that is a highlight. When you had joined our session initially, you must have heard a song. It is been written by Mr. Kumaran himself. He writes lyrics to songs, and he's always ready to help, ready to reach out to everybody, to help anyone. And he's also very blessed in the terms of being a polyglot. Like he says, he can speak 5 different languages. It's something which not many of us can do. So I think it is an honor, sir, for you. Prepared a few questions to get to know sir and his life as an adult with cerebral palsy. Of course, as an audience, if you have more questions which you would like to ask him, please mention in the chat box. We will definitely ask questions. Sir said he will be answering all our questions. Also, because this is the first time that we are having a cerebral palsy awareness talk, we will be giving certificates, e-certificates to all our attendees. Okay, this is the first time we are doing this. So please leave your names in the chat box so that we will be able to email you in the end. We will email you the feedback form along with the certificate for being present today. Okay, so let's go ahead with our session, Mr. Kumaran. In the registration form, your mother had registered and she said that she is so proud to have a wonderful son like you. She is proud of your achievements. So can you please tell us a little bit about your childhood and your family, sir?
Yeah, fortunately, I got one of the best childhood of any kind, basically. Not just disabled or non-disabled, of any kind. I was very happy during my childhood and I got a very beautiful family. In my view, one of the best in the world, I would say. So my mom is my everything. She
Yes.
became a homemaker for me to take care of me, to be with me all the way through. And I could take therapy with her help and all. And I could even study. She taught me my subjects when there was no teacher. That
That's
kind of
wonderful.
a person she is. We
That's
study
wonderful.
together. We do everything together. If I write something, I will show it to her first. Then only I will put it in the public. Like that it goes.
It's wonderful, sir. So your mother is your biggest support. Is that
Yeah.
true? Yeah, that's
Yes. Yes.
wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. So you said that you have taken therapy, sir. Has it been
Yeah.
beneficial, physical or speech therapy? What sort of therapy have you had?
Yeah. It's physical therapy is a must. I believe. My father was very conscious from the beginning. From the very beginning, when I was too young, he was very conscious and keen on making me take up physiotherapy, no matter how painful it is.
Okay,
So I was taking from the beginning till now, even till now, I take therapy.
okay. And so only physiotherapy, sir?
Yeah, fortunately, my speech is clear as you can hear me. I can
Yes,
speak
yes,
5 languages as you told me before.
yes,
So
yes.
my speech doesn't have any problem. So physical therapy is very important for me for the legs, two lower limbs. As I have diplegic CP, my two lower limbs are affected. That's all.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. And what about your schooling, sir? Can you tell us a little bit about how you attended
Yeah,
school?
actually, it all began like everyone in a normal way. I began studying in a normal school, but after a point of time, I was removed without any reason. We demanded something, a classroom in a down floor, but we couldn't get it. We demanded logically. We had our own what to say justice. We had our own fair claim, but they didn't give me. So automatically we came out and I started studying in private for my 10th and 12th. I got into open schooling and I completed my 10th and 12th. Then came UG, PG. Till research I am doing from home.
Okay. So the challenge you faced at school was uh, the barrier in infrastructure.
Not only in infrastructure, due to the barrier in infrastructure, I lost sociability. I actually didn't have much friends till I was 21, 22. That too, to be specific, I got only through social networking. It was a long route.
Okay.
Whatever we people take normally, we people get normally in the friend circle. I got
Yes.
it through only social media, and that too without full willingness of my own self. I didn't want it to be like that actually.
Hmm. At school, the teachers did not encourage social interaction between all the
No, no.
children in the classroom.
Till when I was there, everything was fine. Only after
Okay.
I got removed, I got
Hmm.
stuck in a little bit of depression, and I came out and I started exploring social media, and somehow eventually I got pan Indian circle, and as I can speak so many languages, that came in help. Even now I'm learning some languages like Bengali. Like
Oh,
I'm
that's
I
wonderful.
started learning for the since the lockdown. I've started watching films due to
Okay.
a friend, a sister beyond blood. So she told me to learn her language. So I started learning. So that's how it goes.
Nice. Very nice. So can you tell us about cerebral palsy? How it does it affect your daily life?
Yeah, in my case, I'm a bit lucky, I would say. Fortunately, it is just about the lower limbs. So it's all in the leg. Very, it pains very much. I agree. Sometimes it is very painful if we leave the therapy session. if he can't come or I can't go anywhere. Till a point of time, I was going out to take therapy session to the government rehab center in KK Nagar, then to various hospitals. Then as I grew up, people started coming in. So when I don't meet the physio for a certain amount of days, it starts paining. That's all. That's the only hurdle in this whole thing, CP.
Only your legs are painful.
Yeah, my legs are in trouble, and I can manage it with daily dosage of therapy. I have seen over 25 physiotherapists
Oh,
till now. Yeah, most of
why
them
do
have
you,
been my friends. Yeah.
why do you change the therapist, sir?
No. I actually we don't do it willingly, but due course of time, people change, their logistics change, their availability changes. So automatically we have to change due to time.
As an adult, sir, with cerebral palsy, what is your biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge is again accessibility. Wherever I go in India, we have to double check. For example, if I say I want to go out somewhere, my mom and dad, they used to go out first, then check it, then tell me to go out. Either they will themselves will take me out, or they will send me with friends. But for that, basically they have to do double check.
Okay.
Whereas in a foreign country, if I travel to the US, to the Malaysia, to Singapore, anywhere, I can go freely. As a traveler and a tourist, I was very free. Even in the US, I was roaming around in New York. I was roaming
Okay.
around in New York very happily. We were, my mom and dad were pushing me, and we were very happy. We were very comfortable. And at the time, I didn't even have a motorized chair, but still, it was very happy. But here, we have to think not twice, but even 5 times, 6 times. We have to think before we even reach certain places. So that's the biggest hurdle. It will continue on till my life ends. That is the biggest challenge and hurdle for the person with CP.
Yes. How have you been overcoming your challenges, sir, so far? Where do you get your strength to
Um,
take on?
from everyone in the world, including you,
You
including
are
you.
giving so much hope as a psychologist.
Mm.
You're helping so many people.
Uh,
How do you do this, sir?
yeah, because when I needed help, some issues, nobody was there except my parents. In terms of the sociability, right? I told you,
Yes,
right? So
yes,
in
yes.
that case, I didn't get much help till a point of time. But when I started exploring, I realized certain people are need more than this. Certain people are facing more trouble than this. So as I have been into psychology, I decided to become a counselor. I decided to practice since I have a degree in that. So I decided to take it seriously, and we started working, and I started getting clients. Slowly but surely, I'm going in the right path.
Okay. So your career, you have authored so many books. You have gone
Mm.
into poetry and like counseling, psychology. How did you establish this, sir? How did you start?
So it's a step-by-step process. When I interact with certain people, be it officially or unofficially, they say it is comforting. I want to be with you, Kumaran. Please keep speaking to me. Don't leave me. Like that, I will get messages, and in calls also they will tell. So I realized how valuable this is. I want to tell my story to everyone, the outer world, the people who don't know me. Like that, I started writing my autobiography. I completed one segment first. Then my dad approved. Then I went ahead and completed the book. That's how Ananda Tandavam got into the mix. Then on public demand, we did CP to CP. Actually, there was no plan to translate it first. But when the Tamil version came, as I have so many friends from non-Tamil circle, they demanded me, you do translation, you do that work, we also need to read. So immediately within next 8 or 9 months, I did CP to CP, and it came.
Very nice.
Then,
Very nice.
if you ask about poetry, when I was working on Ananda Tandavam, certain segments needed poetry. I randomly tried out certain few lines about God and all. So when I was working in that book, I realized there might be poetry within me. Later, I started exploring. Slowly but surely, I started writing on Facebook in Tamil. Basically, I'm more into Tamil in terms of poetry. Right now, I'm learning English poetry also. I'm trying to translate my own works. When I give some lyric to some person, I'll also try to translate the content into English. So that is the new thing I'm doing right now. So when I started to explore poetry, it became 2 or 3 years. Then one fine day, Appa wanted to release it as a book. So I said, okay, let's remove certain poems which are not necessary for this world. Let it remain personally. Let us give the poems which only give hope to the others. Then let's compile it. So that's how Radhanadai was born.
Nice. Very nice. And what about how did you manage to get into the movies, the songs and movies?
Yeah, that was due to my brother. My brother Bharathan, he's into movies. He's into direction. He'll be a filmmaker soon. So when he was learning the craft, his friends, some of them were there, and I got the chance through my brother as he told about me to his friends. In this movie, Nanjamundu Nermamundu Odu Raja, I got chance in such a way, and this song came into my hand, and I completed it and gave it. Then it was tuned.
Very nice, sir. Very nice. Can you tell us about your hobbies besides poetry? What do you enjoy?
Yeah, I love a lot of cricket. It's been 22 years since I became a cricket fan.
Okay, nice, nice. I see it in your
I
status
watch a
also.
lot of matches. Not only in India, not only for the Indian team. I watch every team's matches. Once upon a time, before 15, 16 years, I was even watching Bangladesh and Kenya, Zimbabwe, Canada, like that. Random matches I used to watch. For me,
Very,
just two people need to play. That's all. Two teams need to play. That's all.
that's very nice, sir. Have you been involved with any support groups or organizations with cerebral palsy?
Not yet, not technically, not as of yet, but I would like to involve myself later on. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, so I think you are already doing a lot as a source of inspiration and hope, like you said in your
Yeah.
writing.
Mm.
That's what
Mm.
you want to convey. So that is
Mm.
itself.
We just created a WhatsApp group, a mixed
Okay.
inclusive group called Happy Up Family. I have a pan-Indian circle within it. Some of my close friends are there too. We interact, we take care of each other. Sometimes I inform others to take care of some other person somewhere else. So upon my instruction, they go and keep watching that person who needs help. So that's how it happens.
That's wonderful, sir. Is
Yeah.
this in India or across the globe? How is it, sir?
In India, mainly in India, but across the globe too, people can join.
Okay, that's nice, sir. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, then I would like to ask you, sir, what about starting a family? Is this something you have in mind?
Yeah. It's a human right, I believe. Being in love and getting married. It's basically a human right. It is not about being disabled or not. Be it motor disability, be it some other kind of disability. Everyone has a right to start a family. Likewise, I too fantasize actually. To be correct, I too fantasize a lot. No matter what others say, I believe I can do it.
Yes, sir. Yes. And once you meet the special someone, everything will just fall in place.
Yes, I believe. There have been certain people, but they are not anymore with me. I don't worry about that because the mistake was not mine. Past is past. So I've been moving on. Still waiting for the magic to happen.
Okay. And any words of advice you have to share with all of us here today? Any
Yeah.
advice?
Before that, when we start about getting married and starting a family with disability or not, I believe one thing has to happen. When somebody separates from another individual, when somebody parts ways, they have to acknowledge, they have to inform the concerned person before leaving. That has to happen, and the respect has to come from within, from both sides. Only when this happened, the person will feel comfortable when moving on. We should learn to celebrate separations as in the same way as we embrace new entries into our lives. I believe this. So when this thing happens, the next segment will come in life automatically. So that's the main element in not only family life, basically in social life, I believe. So I wanted to say this here, and it's very clear.
Yes, yes, sir. What you're saying is very true. Very true. It is about mutual respect in a relationship.
Yeah.
When you're in it and when you leave it. So I think you are giving us a very nice insight. And would you like to share any other advice with families and children?
Basically, for be it the families, the parents, and the medical professionals, whoever it is, it's a must to be friendly with the person with disability. Treat everyone equally. That's what the person needs. He or she won't ask anything other than this. Basically, when you look closely, they'll not ask anything other than this. They just want to be friendly and interactive with the other person. Just like now how we are speaking. You and me are speaking for the first time. But I don't feel so. That feel has to come from within, from both the sides. So once we make the child comfortable, the growth will be stable. Just like how I have felt in my life throughout till now. So that's not my advice, that's my request. Please be friendly with the person with the disability.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Any other questions from our audience? If anybody has any questions, you can ask, sir. You can unmute and ask, or you can type it in the chat box and we will ask, sir. Any other questions that anybody has?
First of all, this is Shankar. I am an ICT consultant working with children with special needs as well as adults for livelihood programs within NIPMAD and North Cheshire Ramakrishna Mission. Kumaran, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you for all the feats you have achieved. Really, you're a great inspirer for many. I do have many friends with cerebral palsy. I think you must be knowing Vidyasagar, right? Like Rajiv Rajan, Deepak, and all are my friends.
They are my friends.
Yeah, and Dana, everybody are my friends. I work with them. Yeah. And probably I'd also like to know about your technology aspect so that the others will also get benefited by that. Like,
can you please elaborate? What do you mean by technological aspects?
No, how you use technology in your education, probably, or as you said, you started writing, and then how it helped you to propagate, your work to others.
Now it is very clear. Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
Basically, I have since I can't write on my own, I type my whatever content I get. So all of my 3 books have been fully typed.
Great.
And one of them were fully typed in mobile. My cell phone, I typed my poetry collection in Tamil.
Thank you.
Completely it was made out of my mobile phone in 2017. So that's how I use my technology for my needs to communicate.
Very good. Any more question, or probably I like to go for another question too?
Yeah, you can.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, because it will be helpful for others also. Like now, you know that there are apps coming up now, particularly like Sigamya Bharat, right? No, there is one My Udan previously, particularly on accessibility. So have you tried out that? What is your view about that Sigamya Bharat which is happening now?
Sorry, I have not experienced that to that extent to comment on that. Very sorry.
No, no problem. No problem. See, government has come up recently with an app called Sugamya Bharat. It's for everybody. Okay, like I'm just putting it in the Google, the Play Store link here in the chat.
Okay.
And they want everybody to just check it, like how it functions. It's a crowdsourcing app. So wherever we go and we find that it's going to be a kind of an accessible place, it'll be good. Like we could offer that. Okay, this is accessible. This is not accessible. Like that. Okay.
Thank you very
I
much.
feel like
Sir.
this is a good initiative by government, but still accessibility is not 100% accessible for everyone. Okay, like people using kind of switches and all that. It has to be improved, but still, like whoever is possible, they can start contributing on that. Actually,
yeah. Everyone must contribute.
Yeah. And here in Vidyasagar again, like we have also started here certain initiatives like Get Going. It's a kind of for again mobility within cities, right? It's a kind of a taxi. Okay, like in Bangalore that is Kickstart, and here we have started one called Get Going. Okay.
Yeah, I saw some video in YouTube.
Yeah.
Very nice effort. Very nice. Congrats.
So these are all something like really it gives equal opportunities for everyone. Yeah. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shankar. Very, very informative questions that you had, and even the link which you have shared and telling us about Get Going. It's very nice. You said about Kickstart in Bangalore. Is there anything in Hyderabad, sir? I am from Hyderabad.
Oh, okay. Get Going is from Chennai, and Kickstart Taxi it's called, right? Like, yeah.
Is it in Hyderabad?
No, it's in Bangalore. I believe like Uber was trying something throughout India, particularly like an accessible taxi. Not sure about it, but we'll have to check. If possible, I'll try to get back to you on that.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Very informative.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kumaran. You have such a large social circle that you have so many friends to support you.
Sometimes I can't even remember. That's how
It's lovely. It's lovely. It's lovely to be blessed in such a way. So God bless you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much.